extra. Now, another story that we're going to be talking about this one is this one. An animal rescue shelter is warning cat owners to try and keep their pets indoors at night after two cats were found fatally wounded by a human in Marlow. According to the South Norwood Animal Rescue and Liberty, there have been 450 cases of cats being killed by humans in England since October 2015. Whilst 2 people have been arrested, no one has ever been charged. Let's speak now to Tony Jenkins, the co-founder of South Norwood Animal Rescue. Good morning to you, Tony.
Good morning, Andy.
What more do you know about the cats being killed killed in Marlow?
Right, there was 2 cats killed in Marlow. One, we believe, on the 14th of March, and the other one, we're not sure, but it was found on the 23rd. There was half a cat that was found next to a nursery in Marlow. That body was a few days decomposition, so we're not sure exactly when it was killed, but I attended both of them, and in both cases they'd been cut up by a human.
And it's not just these 2 cats. 450 cats killed by a human in England since 2015.
Yeah, they're just the ones that we know about. We've had reports of others, but sometimes either the council or clear the body away before we're able to verify it. He's also killed foxes and domestic rabbits. And one of his favourites is leaving bodies outside school gates and next to the kiddies' playground in the local park.
Goodness gracious me!
Yeah,
I mean, what is your view on who might be responsible? A group of people or just one person? And I got to ask why? Why do you think?
It's a big question we get asked all the time. We're initially looking for one person. When we get, like yesterday, we went down to Portsmouth where another killing had happened down there. And, when we get out of London ones, there isn't one in London on that day. So it's quite plausibly still one person. However, obviously, we have to keep an open mind. We see very similar injuries. So if it is a small group of people, they're coordinating their attacks to make it look like one person. And the injuries are very, very similar on each animal. So we simply don't know. The 2 people that were arrested, neither have been charged. So, we can't be certain that they could possibly be local copycats. One chap was arrested in Northampton, another one down in Truro. But neither of them have been charged. So we can't
leave them outside schools and nurses.
Yeah,
and stuff. Just weird. So what do cat owners need to be aware of, and what can people do to try and keep their cats safe?
Right, well, firstly, people need to be aware of the case that's happening. Ideally, our best advice really is to keep cats in, particularly overnight. The large majority of the attacks do seem to happen overnight, so typically someone sees their cat at midnight or at bedtime, and then find their cat, first thing in the morning, sort of often decapitated and sometimes other injuries. It's the only thing we say is try and keep your cats indoors, particularly at night. People, if they find what looks like a mutilated cat, not to make an assumption that it's a fox's. Foxes don't kill cats, but if a cat's already dead, they will eat it, and it often can be quite messy. It's quite simply, if you find a mutilated cat, call the police on 101 to report it. But we also ask people to contact us direct, because often, particularly out of London, the police forces aren't used to dealing with this sort of thing. And in fact, some of them are still not really aware of the case. And the third thing is really to sort of try and remain vigilant. If you see someone particularly late at night trying to coax or grabbing a cat, to report it to the police also, and perhaps also to report it to us. Because,
okay.
We often, in Marlow, the police response, to be fair, wasn't that brilliant. It's like well, we don't deal with cats. Well, yes, you do, because unfortunately it's become a police matter, because the forensic evidence suggests that the cats are killed quickly, which is perhaps some sort of,
Sorry, I'm going to have to jump in there. We're going to have to leave it there because unfortunately we've run out of time. But thank you very much indeed for those words of advice for us cat owners. Appreciate it. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. Time now for the travel.